Greetings, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. I'm back. I wanted to come and share this on this topic because I recently got some inspiration, and that's the interesting thing about life is when things happen to inspire you to then go and bring a message. And that's what I'm happy to do. So, so many of you know I've been doing these workshops on a consistent basis this year, pretty regularly. And what inspired me to come and talk about this topic of investing in your personal development is recently with this current workshop that I'm about to do called Vision Boards and Crowns is happening this Saturday. And I got a lot of interest, a lot of traffic, a lot of people who are interested in coming to this event. And with that, a bunch of women signed up, and there were also several women who took initiative to reach out to me. They inboxed me, sent me emails, kind of asking for favors, basically. And I found it really interesting because they asked me things like, "Well, can you reserve a space for me? I really want to be there, and can you hold a space?" And these were all women I didn't even know, and my whole thing is, well, it's a paid workshop, so to reserve a space, you have to pay for your ticket, right? And so I, gently replied to remind them of that. And the thing is, for me, what it brought up was the fact that when we look at our personal development, we don't really see the value, or we see the value, but we don't invest in it easily like we would invest in other things. Or we might see it as something where we can ask for a favor or a discount or something, but you wouldn't go down to the movie theater if you know your favorite movie is playing in the movie theater, and you would not go down there or call them and say, "Hey, can you hold my ticket? I really want to see that movie that just came out." Like, you would not ask them to hold your ticket. You know that you have to pay in order for your ticket to be reserved. um but when it comes to, your personal development or seeing another sister doing it, I don't know, but like, it's a whole nother mindset. And we have to begin to shift that because, we'll go down to get our nails done, get our feet done, get our hair done. We'll spend money on that and have no question about it. No issues. But when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to a workshop, when it comes to investing in a coach or some assistance or something that's going to add to your personal growth on a different level, we question it or we resist it. We put up this whole wall of resistance around it. And so we have to begin to shift that mindset and really see that as something valuable, just as valuable as the tangible material things that we invest in. So, and it ends up being like, honestly, my workshops really range from like $20 to $25. I mean, it's a 2 hour session. You get to network with other women. I'm bringing in a full on, I'm bringing myself fully. I'm not giving you a tease or a taste of nothing. Like, we gonna go in deep. You're getting some food. There's the materials. There's the time that goes into it, preparation, cleaning up, all of that stuff. I've had people really inbox me and say, or well, actually, someone shared one of my workshops on her page and said, "Who charges for a workshop?" you know and I just kind of laughed, because, well, first of all, she still gave me some reach by sharing the workshop, but like, yeah, people charge for things like workshops. Like, it's not a bad thing to do. And with me, you're receiving so much more value than what you're paying for anyway. You get tools and resources that you're going to have for the rest of your life. And that's has been with me. I've been investing in my personal development for many years now. I'm so thankful that I got started really young with, taking courses, virtual courses, traveling to conferences, investing in life coaches and working with mostly other sisters who are in this industry, really paving the way and holding space for me, holding me accountable, really supporting me in my growth. Like that, those things that I learned from them are gonna live with me for the rest of my life, and that's like priceless. It's well worth the investment. So whether it comes to a workshop or anything that you feel that speaks to you, and you know the value in that, and you know it's going to help you get to another step and another level, and it's pulling you, don't be afraid to take that leap and invest in that, because you may get something far valuable than what you thought you were going to get. you know um Hey, Queen. Mentors matter, and you should give back to them. People who only want something to pour into them without giving back won't go far with that user mentality. That is so true. That is so true. Thank you, Queen. Yeah, and that reminds me, you have to also be mindful of those who come into your circle who want to just be pullers and takers. Like I had a situation where there were some people who were hanging close around me, and they just wanted to take. They were there to take and pull and get all the free stuff that they can get, but they were not there to pour back in. They were not there to invest. They were not there to make a reciprocal relationship, and they have since fallen away naturally from my circle. And I wish them all the best. But yes, mentors, coaches, people who bring value into your life in any way, they definitely deserve to receive that value, and you deserve to know your value, because it really is a reflection on how you see yourself. What you're willing to invest in is really what level of mindset that you're at. And so it's important to look at that. And so thank you. Thank you. I just braided my hair a few days ago. I've been in the house, did the ombre. So there's a few different color ombres in here, and thanks for the compliment. So yeah, I was just so inspired. I'm totally flowing, no notes or anything. I was just like, let me get on and share this video, because it's so important that we have to, as sisters, we have to begin to look at investing in our personal development for ourselves, and also just stop asking for people to discount and do favors all the time when it's not something you would do to another business. You would not go to those Asians and ask them to discount your nails and your pedicures, and you will not do that. You won't go into Target, all these corporations. So it's important that you see a fellow sister, a fellow entrepreneur over here doing I do this full time. This is what I do. I am living in my purpose. I am not working for anyone. This is how I make a living. Well, not really the workshops, but still there's value there. And I feel like when you invest in something, you see the value in it even more. But if you get something for free, it's easy to kind of discount it. But anyway, we have to just change that mindset and really see, know the value and match the value with how you invest in yourself, and to not treat a black business differently because it's a black business, or an entrepreneur, from what you would do with a corporation or anything like that. So that's just the word of encouragement I wanted to share on that end, and also just how valuable it is to just simply invest in your personal development, your personal growth, because there's so many more things that even happen beyond the description of a workshop or a conference or anything like that. I remember a few years ago, I went to two conferences in Atlanta at separate times, and there were one was the Lisa Nichols conference, and then it was Rosetta Thurman's conference. And as an entrepreneur, first of all, I don't even know how I got there, how I got all the money, and all, it was just spirit working things out. But what I will say is that I thought I was going to those conferences to get the content to help me further my business, and I did, but I really went for the journey. Like one of them, it was about the journey it took for me to even get the funds to get there, to really put the tools, my manifestation tools, into practice, and just the people I met when I got there, and the experiences I had that ended up turning into stories and things that I can tell the women that I work with now in my group coaching program. So it was bigger than the content. When we come together in our sacred spaces, it's an life experience that is just as valuable as the content that you will receive. So it's important that we continue to invest in ourselves and take those leaps even when we're afraid, because I was afraid both times. I was afraid, like thinking I didn't have it together. I didn't have the money. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but something was like, you need to take the leap, take the first step, and spirit works it out. Yes, we'll handle the rest. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday, and I just wanted to come on briefly, not making this video too long, but sending you all lots of love today, and I hope that you receive some value from this message, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, love, and light.